Okay, we're back again. Hopefully you've got these images inserted now and have resized them. Especially the CSS one was huge. It was like 2000 by something, right? So I got it down to 200 by 229 pixels after resizing it. So that's important for load times too, right? For the web, you don't need, depending on what you're using it for, but for something like this, you don't need like a high definition image for your web page often. It just slows down the load time. Okay, next up, we're going to look at links, and hopefully we'll get to lists as well. Okay, before we do that, though, I wanted to talk about Visual Studio Code a little bit. Notice how whenever we make a change, we need to hit refresh, right? So whenever I change web development skills, I change that to a Z, skills. Awesome. And I hit Control Save, it doesn't show the change until I hit refresh. Okay, and if you're doing lots of changes, that's a lot of extra clicks and it can slow you down a little bit. So with Visual Studio Code, if you click on the side here, it gives us extensions. And one of the extensions is called Live Server. So if you just type there in the search, usually the first one, Live Server by Ritwick Day, you can hit install on that. And this will hopefully install Live Server. And what Live Server does is basically it does that automatic refresh for us. Every time we save the document, it'll refresh. So before I can use it, I need to reload. So I'm going to reload, and that just reloads this thing here. And for now, we don't really need this terminal down here as well. So I'm going to X that out just to get some more space and be a little more uncluttered. Okay, so now in the extensions, it shows us that Live Server is enabled. And you'll notice on the HTML here, there's a Go Live. Or you can right-click and say Open with Live Server. Okay, so what this will do now is if I hit Go Live, notice how it now has this 127.0.0 blah, 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 index.html. And here it had file F drive. Right, this was my old one. This one now is basically running through a local server, a local host. On the computer, so it this local server sets up a connection between the browser and my text editor here. So if I change this back to skills with an S and I hit save, you'll notice that this one automatically refreshed. This one did not. I have to hit refresh to change it. Okay, so I'm going to close the file one and we're going to use this live server version so that whenever we make a save, it'll automatically refresh and show our changes. And it gives me this little server is started at port blah, blah, blah. Cool. And it shows there too. Okay, what were we do next? We were going to work on links. Okay, and again, this HTML basic or HTML links down here. I'm just going to go to the basic one. Links basically use the A tag. An A tag has a start tag and an end tag, and anything that's between the A tag is the link that you'll click on. And then the start tag has this attribute href, which is the target of where it needs to go. All right. So the logical thing for this web page is these tutorials, right? Let's have this HTML tutorial be a link, the CSS tutorial, and the JavaScript tutorial be links that take us to those actual tutorials. All right. So to do that, I'm just going to go here. Let's just close this too. Okay, so I'm just going to go here and I'm going to set up, sorry. Another thing I was going to do is I often like to be able to resize my font size, especially for these videos, so it's a little bigger, especially if I'm presenting in class, I want to make the font a little bigger. So if you go down to settings here, or click on the gearbox there, you can hit settings, and in settings you can just search, and if you search for, I think zoom, there we go. Editor mouse wheel zoom is currently false, right? That's part of the settings. I just click on this little pen to edit it, and I say I'd like that to be true, and it shows the things I've changed on this side. And I just hit Control S to save that, and I'm going to close it. And now I can hold Control and use the zoom wheel of my mouse to change the font size here. Okay, anyway, that's kind of useful too. All right, so where was I? Links. So I want this text to be a link that I click. So to do that, we do an A tag, and it has an opening tag and a closing tag, and whatever we want to click on goes in between that start and end tag, or the open and close tag. All right. Now, if I save this, this won't do anything, right? I don't have to hit refresh. It already did it. It's not working. And the reason for that is because the A tag needs that href attribute. Okay. And inside of the quotations is the location of where this link should take me. So I want to go here, and this was HTML, so I'm just going to click on HTML home, and I'm just going to go here. This is the URL, right? The Universal Resource Locator, something like that. The web address for it. So I'm going to copy that, Control C, and inside of these quotations we get Control V, and now this A tag has that href. I hit save and go back here, and you can see that this is now a link. And links, again, have default styles, right? If we had never gone to this website before, it would be blue. The visited link is this purple. When I click on it, it turns red. And there you go. It takes me to the HTML tutorial. I hit back, and it goes back to my web page. Okay, let's do that with the other ones. So CSS tutorial. So href equals, and then that end tag goes here. Right, so the start tag with the href, and then the end tag, and the href will be CSS tutorial. Copy, and right there, paste, save that, and there it is. Notice I didn't have to hit refresh. Thank you, live server. Click on that, goes to the CSS tutorial, and I can go back, and then JavaScript tutorial is the same thing. And you know, I'm going to, actually, no, I should do that. I was going to leave it for you, but I want to show you the on javascript.info. So let's go there. Oops. javascript.info. The modern JavaScript tutorial. I'm just going to copy and paste that, and that goes into there. Okay, awesome. So now these should all take me to their respective tutorials. Good. Now some of you are probably wondering already, like, oh, when I click on this, it loads in the same tab, and I have to go back. Wouldn't it be nice if I could open that in a new tab? Let's see how to do that. Let's go back to our W3 Schools, HTML, links, HTML links. And somewhere in here, it should talk about, so this is getting to style. We haven't learned that yet. Oh, here, the target attribute, where to open the link document. So target underscore blank opens in a new window or tab. And I've rarely played around with these ones. This is the most popular one that I've used, most common one. So all we have to do, so it makes this look a little big, but inside of the, we're still inside of this A tag, right? The starting A tag. And we go target equals, in quotations, underscore blank. And I'm just going to copy that and also put it into here and also put it into here. Another thing that I'm going to do in my settings is, just so you guys can see this, I'm going to search for word wrap, editor word wrap, and I'm going to turn that on. Control S to save, and now you should see that if stuff gets to, like this used to go off the screen, right? It'll wrap around now. So you don't see stuff. Horizontal scrolling is always a pain. Okay. All right, so let's see if that target underscore blank is working. Go back here, HTML tutorial, awesome, open it up in a new one. And the others should, I copied and pasted, so they should work the same as well. Cool. Quick little note on links as well. Like I did this for the text, but we could have just as easily put this A tag. Let's copy and paste this. I'm going to take this A tag right here, the start tag, and put it before the image. And it looks like it automatically did a closing A tag for me, so I'm just going to take that and put it after the image. Right, so the A tag is here, start and close is there. What's in between them is the image. And HTML allows us to do that. And now, not only can I click on this, I can also click on the image to take me to the tutorial. Okay? So whatever goes in between those tags is what the link will be. Now, I don't actually want that. I'm just going to keep it with the text, but I just wanted to show you that that is possible. All right, what's up next? We've got links now. Control bold. Do I need to talk any more about links? We talked about new windows. We talked about opening up in different places. Yeah, I think that's good. Lists. Yeah, let's try to do this quickly. I kind of have a list here, but I kind of faked it a little bit with all these BR tags and stuff. There are actual lists in HTML lists. An unordered list and an ordered list. And you do it like this. UL stands for unordered list, and these are list items, LI for list item. And then you can just replace it with, don't worry about the style stuff, we'll teach you that later. And then an OL is for an ordered list. And by default, it has the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and stuff.
Mr. Freeze, could you please come to the office? Thank you.
I'm going to get rid of this BR tag, and right here, I'm going to start a UL, an unordered list. And I'm going to do an LI, and the LI is going to have this text. Add new, good. And then another LI, another list item. So each bullet is a list item. Copy and paste that into there. And then another LI for the last bullet. And you can do as many LI items as you want. Whoops, put it in the wrong spot. Right there. Okay, and then that UL ends the list, and then I can get rid of this stuff. And you know what I'll do too is this paragraph, actually, I will end here. Right, so I have my paragraph, and then after the paragraph comes the list. And then I've got my image, and then another paragraph. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So we go back here, you'll see now that by default, the list gives a little bit of margin on the top and bottom. It also indents it a little bit and uses these bullets here as the default thing. You can change that with styles, but like I said, we're focusing first on just the HTML content, and we're almost done, and then we'll start talking about styles. Okay, let's quickly show you if I change this from a UL to an OL. All that simply does is changes it to 1, 2, 3, because now it's an ordered list. But I'd like to keep it as an unordered list. All right. Okay, so headings, paragraphs, images, links, lists. We've got all sorts of content here, HTML content. In the next video, we will look at some containers, ways that we can select parts of text, and how we can kind of group things together, and then we'll start getting into styles. Awesome. Okay, hope that made sense. We're coming along here. We're getting all the content. Like I said, we haven't even looked at styles yet, so we're going to make this look a lot nicer, but it's starting to come together really well. All right, good job. Take care, and see you in the next video.